Bunga, I am Bart and here is my review of Killer Bitch, the low-budget gangster film from the UK starring Alex Reid and Yvette Rowland. Now I have seen some terrible movies, but the word terrible is too good to describe this steaming pile of monkey shit. This is worse than terrible. This is distressing, abysmal, bollocks, the Piers Morgan of movies, depressing. Quite frankly, the worst movie I have ever seen. And I have watched a lot of crap movies in my time, not even a minute in, and already the film starts with a sex scene starring bend over and some blonde woman. Clips of men shooting other men are spliced in, before the blonde woman kills Ben whilst he comes. Why? I have no idea. It was never mentioned again. The film focuses on Yvette, played by Yvette Rowland, who is suicidal after the death of her boyfriend who was killed by a mystery man. It turns out to be Alex, played by Alex Reid, and stumbles on a game where she has to kill 5 people on a list by some Carl Cox lookalike. Once she is given her task, and runs whilst the voice of Charles Bronson says give me sexual favors, baby, a rape scene happens. And it made me already regret watching this for Bart's terrible movies. How in the fuck is this entertaining in any way? What was the point in all of this? I don't get appalled that much, but I really fucking hate rape scenes. This movie can fuck off. Our hero of the film is Robin, played by Robin Reid. Do you see a pattern here? Everyone in the film plays themselves. He is just sparring in a boxing gym, then kills his trainer and sparring partner. Why? Because he's in the killing game too. There are a lot of babe station women in this film. I only know who Camilla is after watching her poking her moo-moo with Millhouse, but she was on this piece of shit and gets murdered by a fat man who a minute earlier kills her director as she is on the phone to some wild sex fest playing with his knob. I hate this film. There are a lot more baby station women murders in this film. Donna what's her name gets murdered. Then a big busty blonde woman gets murdered in the garden. All by the fat man. Whoever wrote this film must be an unhinged 12-year-old boy to have all these babe station murders in. Fuck this film. The rapists get their comeuppance. Robin Reid is a nutter in this film. I hate this film. It wouldn't be a shit, lazy, generic British gangster movie without Dave fucking Courtney, wouldn't it? And he doesn't disappoint by being all misogynist and saying such words as fackin' and can. He gets a blowjob off the woman, then is about to be shot by Yvette, who has Dave on the list, but he prevents that from happening as he carries her to his bed and attempts to rape her. There is way too much raping in this movie for my liking. The woman who gave him a blowjob moments earlier saves the day. Girl power and all that. Dave Courtney's law tie Yvette up and another rape threat occurs. Whoever wrote this film deserves locking up. Seriously. She is driven to the Thames by 2 men, but they let her go. Why? Because. A few moments later, Yvette is introduced to Alex Reid, the star of the film. The reason why this film even has notoriety. They have to kill some insane bloke who is taking part in a Who Wants to Take Me On? type fight in a shitty makeshift ring. After the insane bloke beats up a couple of pretenders, Alex Reid heroically steps up, and like in real-life MMA, gets the fuck beaten out of him until Yvette shoots the insane man in the head. After more misogyny, Reid and Yvette are separated. How? I forgot. But they later reunite when Yvette runs into a Czech cage fighter. More on that later. An Irish gang terrorize a couple of OAPs just raising money for charity. This was vile. And what's even more shitty was one of the charities were actually called Help for Heroes, which is an actual charity. This film really is a cunt. The Irish gang leader is the only good thing about this. His there's no point in new then catchphrase before killing someone is incredible. He kills 2 men, and gets a man to throw a topless midget who looks like Vikki Guerrero over the roof. Yvette runs into a spot of bother with the Czech cage fighter. He tries to sell her off to 2 of his training partners. After they only offer him $1,000 for her, he beats fuck out of both of them until they agree to a higher price. Whoever wrote this movie must really hate women. As they drag her away, Alex Reid comes to the rescue by sleeper holding both men, then fighting the Czech guy, who also beats the fuck out of him with awesome suplexes. Yvette shoots the Czech, The fat man rapes a woman in a wheelchair, then kills her. Enough is enough already. This man who wrote this movie is a piece of shit. Cage Rage's Dave O'Donnell and his crew kill some random people. Dave drives off in an ice cream van. Robin Reed later kills him by pouring ice cream on his head. Shit. Utter shit. Alex and Yvette are just strolling in the park, until they get into an argument. Then Alex attempts to rape her in the woods. I fucking hate this fucking shit film. She would then embrace him, but then comes the second most disturbing moment of the movie. Alex humps Yvette whilst groaning like a beast. If this is activity that occurs in his sex dungeon, then I think I've just witnessed hell on earth. Just seeing Alex pumping away is an image I want to forget for the rest of my life. Who in the fuck wants to see that? After the shag, Yvette leaves a naked Alex to sleep in the woods. Yvette takes Alex's list, and is shocked to see her name on his kill list. She meets up with Robin, and tells her she has to kill him. Except she doesn't in the end. Mainly because during production, Alex Reid had legitimately walked out, and they had to fill in the movie with more misogyny from Jason Mariner. I can't say I blame Alex. After killing the Irish gang, Robin tells Yvette that she has to kill him to end this shit game. She kisses him, then shoots him. We then cut to Yvette seeing the Carl Cox look-alike. She claims to have enjoyed it, and wants to do it again. This teases a sequel, which I hope in a million years never happens. Quite frankly, this was the worst thing to ever be filmed. This was like Ken Corda's speeding on the Needle Bliss movie on the Adam and Joe show done in a non-ironic sense. I actually can't believe this was made. I'm in sheer astonishment. Actual money was pumped into this, although watching this shit film, you wouldn't believe it. The writer of this movie must really fucking hate women. The amount of misogyny and rape scenes on this movie are fucking disturbing. How on earth did he think people are going to be entertained by a group of grown men calling a vulnerable woman a cunt whilst tying her up? No. It's fucking disturbing and you deserve to be committed, and whoever enjoyed this pile of wank also deserves to be committed. Looking at the writer's IMDb page, he has such credits to his name as Ultimate Gangster, Mob Handed and a shitload of documentaries about boring gangsters. He's also directed a couple of sexy DVDs involving Big Brother contestants from the mid-00s. Okay then, if you're a woman-hating, rapey sociopath who loves bottom-of-the-barrel acting and blend gangsters, you will love this movie. But if you're none of those things, avoid. I regret watching this. I regret wanting to review this. Fuck you, Alex Reid. It's all your fault. Cunt.